Hello again. I am live on YouTube. So Sam in Pennsylvania should join me in a bit. But I bet he don't. You never know. Andrew might. I'm not sure where he is tonight. I think he may be at home in Stoke. And, oh, it's there. Hello, Sam. From Arthur and Joey. Oi! Sam's saying hello to you. Come out from behind that mirror. Fucking peeping. I can't show him you because the webcam is fixed on top of the monitor. I can only show you him when I use the iPhone. But I don't know why. I must ask Andrew this weekend why I can't go live with the iPhone. Somebody said I had so many subscribers. Well, I don't think that's true, actually. Anyway, Sam, are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Yeah, not true. So you can hear me, can you, Sam? Yeah, right. Richard Carney, I am not a fan. There are much better singers. You creeping around him, telling him, I saw what you put on YouTube, nice voice, and he replied, well, I'm not a fan. No. And I've looked, that song he sang, Voice of an Angel, was it? There are other versions. So I'm not all that fond of the voice of Richard Carney. The cockatoo old pensioner is Irish. Eh? You can do better. Who are you referring to? I do agree, he can do better. Who are you on about? Oh, Richard. Yeah, well, you keep sending me these fucking links, don't you? The one the other week, and I put on the Furious version, the Irish folk group who I'm very, very fond of. But Richard Carney, I'm not a fan, mate. No, perhaps I'm being cruel to him. Yeah, I am really, but I have to say it. Anyway, we've got big problems here in the UK. Whaley Bridge near Manchester. I've been through it many times, and a dam could burst and flood the town. If it does, well, it will involve thousands of people's homes, businesses, because part of the dam's collapsed, because we are getting an unreal amount of rain in northern England. Yeah, it's sad. It will be if that dam bursts. I've been looking on the news channel, on the telly, and yesterday there was that much rain, the dam overflowed, and it's took part of the wall away, and that dam is holding back billions of tons of water, and if it bursts, well, it'll be an absolute disaster. Yeah. Anyway, somebody might join me. You had that problem here in your town last year, did you? So you've got a reservoir then that supplies you with drinking water, obviously. And whereabouts is it from you? The creek kept rising. Where's your reservoir where you get your drinking water from, Sam? Hey? Of course, Joey's always quiet at this time of night. You're not answering me. Where is your reservoir where you get your drinking water from? Downtown, somewhat close to you. So if that wall were to burst, would the terrific amount of water affect you? Eh? Where you live, with mummy, daddy, family. Eh? Would it affect you? Eh? Fortunately not, no. Yeah, we're safe here in the Midlands. We are 80 mile. People downtown, yeah, low places, yeah. We are 80 mile away from the sea here in Nottingham in the Midlands. The sea is at Skegness, where on the east coast, where I've been that many times. I could drive down there and back with my eyes shut. And the River Trent, when I was born, because as you know, I'm as old as Richard Carney now, or older. And I was born in '39, and in the '40s, I think even in the '50s, the River Trent that runs through Nottingham overflowed. After one of the very bad winters, come the spring, all the snow melted, and the Trent overflowed. And at Netherfield, where I often go down on my scooter, that was underwater. But the water would not reach up here. So I've got the picture on the telly, but I've put the sound on mute, and I don't often have the television on. In fact, I had to ask. Oh, yeah, Sam, I've got something for you to hear. I had to ask Siri on my iPhone what number was the news channel. Yeah, we're safe. Right, I'm gonna speak to my phone. Are you listening? This might make Joey whistle. All right. Call fucking idiot.
Calling fucking idiot. Sorry, Arthur, you silly cunt. I can't call fucking idiot using that number.
Rather naughty, that. And of course, it's not a lady. It's a computer voice. But it sounds like a lady, don't it? Yeah. Of course. Some people here said, you can't get a woman to say that. So it's not a woman, it's a computer voice. You can get it to say anything. You know, call you anything you want it to. And of course, you know, it's all built into the software. And Apple know that some of these youngsters, not old cocks like me, but some of these youngsters would put something like that in, and all about laughing. Well, we have got some warmth coming back. I told them all last night at our social evening. Arthur, what's the weather going to do? I said, well, I've looked at the 10-day forecast from the Met Office, the meteorological office, and there is warmth coming back. And today has been rather nice, but at the moment it's turned chilly. Well, I mean, I think so. My legs and feet are cold, but it's not really that cold. But I'm on water tablets and blood thinners. My blood is piss thin, and I do feel the cold, and I'm dreading this coming winter. I do hope it's not a bitterly cold winter. It could finish me off. No rain, no, knock on wood. But, you know, there's something wrong with the climate, with the weather. I know you'll say the end of times, and Andrew agrees with you. Did you see that? He put a comment on, but I don't think you saw it. When you said, I said climate change, you said the end of times, and fucking Andrew agreed with you, not me. He thinks that we're in the end of times. Yeah. So I said to Andrew, what are you fucking on about? Agreeing with that arsehole. That's you, of course. No offence, mate. And probably you could be right. You could be right. We are in the end of times. You hate winter. You believe we're in the end of times, yeah, but God knows best, of course. Andrew would agree, yeah. Yeah, but he shouldn't. He should agree with Daddy. Take my side. Oh, yeah, here. I'm going to put this on Facebook. I won't show you because that webcam. It says smokers die younger, right? I put it right up to the webcam. We're under. You see it? No, it's reversed. Anyway, smokers die younger. Well, I smoked on and off all my adult life and have now reached the age of 80. That is generalisation. They are generalising. We all know people who have never smoked in their life and they die of lung cancer. Because you can't generalise. We are all individuals and different things affect different people in different ways. My late wife, Christine, as you know, she died of lung cancer, but she was not a Dale. I married her and she came into our family, but as Andrew said, we Dales have got good genes in our family. Huge warning on the pack. Over there, they put a warning, very small. Yeah, but they're generalising, mate. They're generalising all the time. Yeah, that's right. Some people die of lung cancer. They haven't smoked a day in their life, no. I mean, you can walk across the fucking road tomorrow and get knocked down by a car, and that's it. You're dead. You can fly on the aircraft to wherever, and the aircraft crashes. Train journey. But, you know, oh, yeah, pictures are on again. I can't show you. No. They're interviewing the residents of Whaley Bridge. Can I put the sound on? Have a listen. No, you can't hear it.
Decided just not to take the chance. The emergency services work quickly to get people out, but nobody quite knows what will happen next.
It feels very upsetting, actually, because we've got lots of friends and local people who can't go to their houses, and
It's a bit of an open-ended scenario as well.
Yeah, it is, because we don't know what's going to happen.
People without alternative accommodation were asked to head for a high school 4 miles away.
We got banging on the door and had to get out more or less straight away, and were shipped up here. It's upset it's raining again, because that can threaten the wall even more.
It is a huge worry, and we just hope that the dam is going to hold and that the engineers can secure it.
High-volume water pumps and firefighters now arriving from around the country. Their job is to start draining the reservoir to relieve the pressure. It's withstood nearly 2 centuries of weather, but now saving it is all that matters. Tom Parmenter, Sky News, Derbyshire.
Well, Tom joins us now live from Whaley Bridge. So, Tom, what's the situation there right now?
It's quite eerie here, right in the middle of the town. Most of the properties are now empty, and there is a zone in the middle that the police have worked very hard to make sure that everyone is out of the immediate path that any water that did come down from the reservoir would take. And right in that path, there's a primary school, there's shops, there's businesses, there's pubs, a preschool, all the bits that make up a town that is now very much on tenterhooks, waiting just to see what will happen with this. This is a full-scale emergency that this town finds itself in at the moment, with resources coming in from around the country, firefighters, police officers, engineers, big pumping equipment, huge tubes and generators that we've been seeing arriving in the town the last hour or two, and people who perhaps were quite bullish earlier this afternoon, now in the last hour taking that decision to finally, I'm going to get out, because this is now something they've picked up on from certainly the talk that they've heard from the emergency services and the way they've been describing the situation. We saw one police officer warning people that they would die potentially if they stayed in their houses. That is the kind of level that we are at. I think that was perhaps slightly over dramatic maybe in that particular moment, just to convince that person to leave, but that is the theme of what is happening here. A very urgent evacuation of those people who would be right in the path. And the police tonight, Derbyshire Police, saying that now properties in flood risk areas in a couple of villages nearby Whaley Bridge, they too are being asked to leave their homes as everyone waits to see what will happen to this huge mass of water that they are now trying to pump out of the reservoir. Earlier we spoke to Sharon Withington, one of the residents who was quite prepared to stay earlier, but in the last hour took the decision to leave. She told us why.
My sense now is that that dam's going to breach. When I came home at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, I thought it would hold, but the way that people are talking now, I think that dam could very well go.
And that's not just chatter in the village, it's the emergency services and the officials.
Derbyshire County Council, yeah.
So people have taken refuge tonight with friends or with relatives or at a nearby high school in the town of Chapel on the Frith, about 4 miles or so away from here. People have been carrying pets out, coming back to try and see what possessions they might want to take, but a lot of people just packing up one bag and going, and now waiting. They don't know how long it will be before they can come back, because there is real concern. The damage to the reservoir wall that was so evident from early this morning certainly deteriorated through the course of the day, and the official updates have said that there have been further bits of damage to the wall around the reservoir. Real concern tonight as to what will happen if it were to breach, and we're told that word has gone round among the few people left in the middle of Whaley Bridge is that if they hear the shouts breach, breach, they have to run for higher ground.
Okay, Tom, I know you'll keep across this throughout the evening. For the moment, thank you. Sky News has obtained an official government document which suggests the UK may face...
Yeah, oh dear. I know the area well, Sam. Whaley Bridge is on the way into Manchester, and driving the truck, I've been through there many times, past that reservoir, and the damage I couldn't show you, but that was Sky News. I'm sure you can get Sky News, can't you, over there? Can you? Although they wouldn't be showing you the UK. No. Anyway, I'll keep you in touch what happens, because if it bursts with that amount of water, you can't get BBC there. Well, have a look on the news channel, BBC News Channel, but surely you can get Sky as well, can't you? Sky is global. I need a drink. Hello, Joey. You little bastard. Come out from behind that mirror. Now, come on. Fucking hiding behind the mirror. Daddy's having a drink of squash. Blackcurrant squash. You add water to it. Well, I had a blood test yesterday. They stuck that fucking dirty great needle in my arm. It wouldn't stop bleeding. Normally, she sticks a needle in, takes the blood, puts the plaster over it, and you leave. But mine wouldn't stop bleeding, and they stopped it bleeding in the end because I'm on blood thinners. As I say, you can either have warfarin, but if you're on warfarin, you have to go for a blood test every week. But I am on a drug called apixaban. And at least I won't have a stroke. Yeah, needles. Of course, usually I say to the women, I hate this. This is a nightmare for me. And one of them said, oh, come on, Mr. Dale, it's only a little scratch. I said, it might only be a little scratch to you. It's agony for me. And people say to me, oh, come on, man up. No, I don't care what anybody says. I do not like having needles stuck into me. I mean, people say, oh, needles never bother me. Well, they do me. If people that say needles never bother them, they must have skinned like a fucking rhinoceros or an elephant. You had a blood test a few months ago. And what you got to do is trick your brain, you know. Sort of sit there and just convince yourself it's not going to hurt. Just keep saying to yourself, it's not going to hurt, it's not going to hurt. I'll try that next time. Because you can pinch your arm, you know, pinch it hard and it'll hurt, but just keep saying to yourself, it don't hurt, it don't hurt, it doesn't hurt, and it don't. And you can dig your nails in and even fetch blood because you're telling your brain that it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I'll try that next time. Yeah, just look straight and relax your arm. Yeah, I have to relax. Because if you tense yourself up, the blood won't flow. Well, nobody else is joining us. Where's Andrew? Is he in Birmingham where he works, or is he back home in Stoke? I tell you what, Sam, we found in Stoke the place called Monkey World. You can go there and they've got hundreds of monkeys. It's all enclosed, and you can go round, and everywhere you go there's monkeys. These little things, you know, not big apes. And you know, you can feed them, take lots of photos, and we're going after Andrew and I come back from our holiday in Norfolk in September. Monkeys are cute, yeah, and funny they are. After we come back from our holiday, I shall have the hired car, and we're all going to Stoke to the Monkey World, and then find a pub where we can have a nice meal. That's me, Julie, 2 doors along, Mark, and Jeanette. And Joey will be on his own that day. Won't you? Look at him hardly behind the fucking mirror. Dear. And so that's something coming up. Because to get to Stoke, you know, I need a car. And we are hiring a car, obviously, Andrew and I, for our holiday down to the Norfolk Broads, which is in eastern England on the east coast. And the Norfolk Broads, I don't know why they call it Broads, but Norfolk is a lovely county. And I've been around it many, many times in the truck. Yeah, what I'll do with Joey, I'll sit him near the open window. I've got something I can stand his cage on, and he can look out the window, and he'll be whistling and chirping all day. Yeah, he's very quiet this time of night. But I've got the window open, and if an emergency vehicle goes by, one of these bleeding fire engines blasting on the air horns, you'll hear Joey. He might strike up. And it looks as though no one else is going to join us, Sam. No, it's just you and I. I've got my telly just right. I'm sat here facing the screen, and to look at the telly, all I do is turn my head. And I've got it facing me. I put the sound on mute. Yeah, there's some bloke on there talking. I don't know what he's talking about, but I won't bother putting the sound on. If I see emergency flash up on the screen, that means that dam's gone or it's going, and I'll put the sound on again. Anyway, I can keep this live broadcast going. You know, there don't seem to be a time limit, or if you're waiting to go out, just tell me and I'll end the fudge kitchen. I love fudge. Fudge. Can you get it over there? I like it, but it's very sweet. Yeah, Julie buys me a box of fudge, and I said, Julie, thank you very much, but you know I'm diabetic and I shouldn't eat it. I eat it, yeah, because I love it, but I shouldn't be eating it. Fudge is so good, you know then. Your aunt makes peanut butter fudge. Oh dear. Peanut butter. And chocolate fudge. Ugh. I'm not a fan of chocolate. No. But I'm a bit funny with chocolate. I say I don't like it, but then I can eat a bar of Cadbury's Dairy Milk. Yeah, so I'm rather odd that way. Let me find out where Andrew is. Hang on. Call Andrew.
Calling Andrew.
Yo.
Where are you? At Birmingham or at home?
No, I'm at home.
Oh, I'm live on YouTube.
Lovely.
All I've got is Sam in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
There's nobody else joined. Have you heard about the reservoir dam that could burst up in Manchester? Whaley Bridge.
Absolutely not, no.
What do you mean no?
Have you heard it, Arlene? A dam in Manchester that's ready to burst. Derbyshire? Oh, Derbyshire, Arlene.
Derbyshire, yeah. He's not there, Sam, so don't say hello to him yet. He's not.
Whaley Bridge, dam collapse.
Yeah, Whaley Bridge.
Derby. Yeah.
Part of the dam's collapsed, and if they've evacuated Whaley Bridge, telling people to get out. Because if that dam bursts, you know that film that I like, The Dam Busters, where it'll be a disaster. And it's still raining up there, and I've just had Sky News on, and it's the situation is not good. Anyway, are you going to join me on YouTube or not? Or are you doing? Yeah, okay then. I'm on it. I'm on it with Sam. Okay. Cheers. Bye. Right, it's coming on, Sam. He'll be on in a minute. Just watch on the right there. Are you still there, Sam? Oh, you're there. Yeah, how nice. You'll see Andrew in a minute. Well, he'll be typing. You won't see him. He's got to put his laptop on and go to my YouTube channel and then join the conversation. I've got a nephew, Wayne. It was his birthday the other day, and he's gone to France, in Paris. Yeah, Andrew will be here in a bit. Where is he? Anyway, I'm watching the screen. If it comes on again about the dam that could burst, well, France is very nice bounty. You mean country, don't you? Country, thank you. Yeah, but they've got this problem. I better not say too much. Oh, here's Andrew. Hello. Yeah. You can say hello to him, Sam. Well, the other night I had about 5 people. Yeah, Sam, he's answering you, Sam. The other night I was live and I had about 5 people join me, but tonight, no, it's a bit quiet. There's only, at the moment, you and Andrew. And the other night, the message went on for nearly an hour and a half. Eh? Oh, we're on Andrew's telly. He uses his telly, not his laptop. Yeah, Joey's hiding behind his mirror, Andrew, as usual. It's a bigger picture. Suppose you can see me. This shirt, I think Eileen bought it me, didn't she, Andrew? See this shirt I'm wearing? Was it Arlene that bought it me? Eh? Andrew? Did Eileen buy me the shirt I am wearing? She said I'm looking well. Did she buy the fucking shirt for me? Yes, she did, yeah. Right, I burnt a hole in it. But Joyce has sewed the hole up. Because she's got a machine and you can't tell the hole was. So, you know, thank you very much, Joyce. And the reason I was burning holes, because these cheap cigarettes I'm smoking, I was smoking them right down to the tip and the end were falling out. Well, now I don't, and I've no need to smoke them all the way down to the tip because I get them cheap anyway. And I like this shirt. It's just the right size for me and all. I've got the telly on. I said to Mark, what number's the news channel on the telly? And Mark said, he don't know, he can't get it on his Freeview. I said, you can, but you've got to find out what the number is. And I found out, I asked Siri, and it's on Freeview, BBC News Channel is channel 21, but I've gone up a couple of channels to Sky News, because I like Sky News. Yeah, so I like the shirt. There was a little hole in it, but Joyce has sewed the hole up, and I've stopped burning holes now because the cigarettes, not smoking them right down to the tip, so the ends aren't falling out. Oh yeah, Andrew, I was telling Sam earlier, this cigarette packet, it says smokers die young. Smokers die younger. Right. Generalization. Yes, some more shirts, yeah, but they've got to be big. I mean, I am big, but, you know, at my age, well, I can't lose weight. If I start losing weight, I should be like your mother. I'd be going downhill towards the coffin. As long as I can keep the present weight I've got. I have to put up with remarks from some people. Now, Shane last night sent me what you just sent me, Andrew. Sam, you're big too. I know you are. I saw you. Big. I'd say fat more like. But Andrew, I can't see these links. I can click show, but it don't come up. There's nothing comes up. So it's no good sending me links on here. So Fat Sam, yeah. Yeah, well, I'll send you a photo he sent me. He used that face app, made himself look old, but I'm sure you can make him look a lot older. It didn't seem to age much to me, but I've got it on my phone, but I'm not really sure, Andrew, how to do it. You'll have to show me. No, I haven't watched The Boys. I can't stay awake, Andrew. I'm always sleeping. Tonight I had chips and curry sauce, and once again I fell asleep. Mark woke me up, knocked on the fucking door, because I get him his stuff he wants to leave it in the microwave. Just put it in the oven out of the way. And he didn't have to knock, he could have just quietly come in, took his pies, and left the money in the kitchen and walked out. So I'll get round to it. But my biggest problem is staying awake. And I need to stay awake till gone midnight. What time is it at the moment? It's 9:25. And if I can stay awake till gone midnight, then once I do go to bed, because this sleeping during the day is not good. No, it fucks up my sleep pattern. If I'm sleeping for a couple of hours now, at this time of the night, after midnight, I go to bed. No, I don't actually. I've stopped taking the vitamins. Well, I've taken that many fucking tablets anyway. I've got all the vitamin tablets in the kitchen, but I'm not sure what they all are. Have a look when you come over this weekend. I ought to, because Dr. Khalid told me some time ago I was short of something. He said he could have given it me by injection, but he said buy them from the supermarkets. But I can't remember what it was. Was it vitamin D? I can't remember. So I've got them all in the kitchen. So have a look when you next come over, sort them out, and I will start taking them again, because I have great difficulty staying awake. You take vitamins, Sam, do you? Every day? You tend to forget. Yeah, I know. Vitamin D and lots of water, and vitamin B, Andrew says. Yeah. I'm surrounded by fucking tablets. If I could jump up and down, I'd rattle. But I suppose I ought to take them, yeah. Anyway, hello to Eileen. Yeah, Andrew's asking, why do you need them, Sam? You're young. You shouldn't really need them. No. I agree with Andrew. So what the hell are you doing, Sam? Taking vitamin tablets at your age, eh? Arlene said hello. So we're all planning, Andrew, on coming over to, after we return from Norfolk, before I hand the car back, we are planning one Sunday to come over to Monkey World near Trentham Gardens. And if you can get down that day, we can get in cheap, because I shall be disabled and you will be my carer. What's that one about? Late grandmother's name was Eileen. Oh, you take them because you're Italian. Grandma's all about vitamins. Oh, I don't know what you mean. Anyway, yeah, if you can get down that day, then if you can, we'll take a wheelchair in the boot. If you can push me around, you and I can get in cheaper than what the others do. And apparently, once you're in there, you know, there's monkeys everywhere. These little monkeys, you know. Yeah, you sent me another link. No good sending me links, Andrew. It says show or hide. So I click on show, right, but nothing comes up. Well, you can get tickets for Trentham Gardens, can you? Well, it's not Trentham Gardens, actually. It's Monkey World, which is, I think it's either in the gardens or it's attached to the gardens. I've looked on the internet. In fact, I phoned them today, and this lady said that they don't have mobility scooters, and part of it is a bit rough and ready for someone in a wheelchair, but you can get round. If you come up to somewhere and there's a bit of a hill, you can either turn right or left and go round and see it from another direction. Oh, you go. Oh, that's good. You can get joint tickets to Monkey World and Gardens. So anyway, that'll be after we come back from Norfolk. The weather forecast is on. I think northern England now, the rain, the very, very heavy rain that's caused all the flooding up there. The very heavy rain that's caused all the flooding is moving out. So it'll give them a bit of relief, and hopefully that dam won't burst. But it's a big job. They've got fire tenders. You're part-time fireman, aren't you, Sam? And I was looking on the telly just now, and they've got fire tenders going there from all over the country, trying to empty the reservoir. They're all pumping water out the reservoir to take pressure off the dam. You sent me another one. Who's sending me the links? Is it you or Andrew? Sam's a part-time fireman. Yes, Andrew, he is. Aren't you, Sam? Used to be. Well, you were at one time, I know, but you're not now. Who is it sending me the links? Is it you, Andrew, or Sam? No point because I can't see them. I click on open, but they don't open up. Perhaps when I close down this live feed, I might be able to see them. I don't know. So it's not you sending them, so it must be Sam then. Sam, you're sending these links and don't bother because I can't see them. There's nobody else with us tonight. Last night I had Karen, but she's not here tonight. It's not you either. And it's not Andrew. Well, who's sending me the fucking links? I don't know. In fact, if I get any more, I'm not going to open them. There's no point. Right, Andrew, you're off to bed. Okay. And you're coming over on Saturday. I'll see you on Saturday then. I've got some eggs for you, by the way. I've got plenty of eggs. Right. Yeah, love you too. And see you on Saturday. There should be a news broadcast any minute, Sam, about the flooding. If it is, I'll put the sound on again. But, you know, if you are planning on going out, Sam, just say, and I'll end this live stream. At the moment, we've got adverts on. Oh, you're not? You're not planning on going out? No. Okay, I think there should be an update soon about the flooding. Well, I never go out at night. Once I lock that door, that's it. And of course, I'm very happy in here alone. I'm very happy with my own company, but of course I spent all them years driving trucks alone, and I just got used to my own company, and I like my own company. I don't want anybody else in here. No, I don't need company. In fact, if somebody knocked at the door now, I'd think, who the fucking hell's that? Go away. It's good being by yourself. You get used to your own company, mate. Right? I've got plenty here to occupy me. I can look at films, I can look at the computer if I want, or I can find any film on Amazon, Netflix, or films that Andrew's downloaded for me. But some people don't like being alone. No. Look at the bleeding adverts. I've got Sky on. That's why. So I don't know about this live thing, you know, as you know. Yeah, I saw something, Sam, earlier from Ryan's brother, Adam. And he's certainly changed a lot over the years. I weren't sure which one is Adam. Because, you know, they're both on my friends list. Every year I wish them both a happy birthday. Of course, they never wish me a happy birthday, but I'm not bothered. I'm surprised they've got me on their friends list. Is it the fact that I live in the UK, perhaps? Let me see what's on BBC. Hang on. What's he on about?
They just came this morning and found the border closed. We tried to reach Rwandan government officials, they could not explain. And later, after opening it, they even issued a statement, but still they could not explain why exactly this border was closed. But then the question is, why did they reopen it? Probably because since when the WHO declared Ebola as a public health emergency of international concern, they strongly advised against closing borders or imposing any travel ban on residents.
The one about the drought in India. India is suffering. The monsoon season was late coming. It arrived and went as soon as it arrived. Adam's in the military, yeah, so it's probably Ryan, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they rely on the monsoon season, but with climate change all over the world, they're just not going to rain, and it's desperate. They're desperately short of drinking water, not only for themselves, for the animals out there. Yeah, there's no country escaping. Even China, disaster in China. The weather all over the world is crazy. At the moment, they're on about Brexit, us leaving the EU. Problems everywhere, yeah, there is, mate. I'm surprised there's nobody else. On. We don't know because anybody else is going to join us. How long's this been going on for? 47 minutes. And yeah, the other night it was an hour and a half, but I got about 5 people on. They could pop up at any time. Rob, the Welsh organist, could pop up if he's notified that I am live, but he's probably busy doing his organ videos. Well, tomorrow morning, Friday, I go down with a neighbour off the street, off the Crescent, Keith Marlowe, playing with his organs, yeah. And we go down for breakfast. So I think before I go to bed, I'll probably have a sandwich. In the morning, a slice of toast. Then around 10 o'clock tomorrow, Keith and I will go down on our scooters into Netherfield and get a fried breakfast. Of course, it's usually good breakfast. Sausage, egg, bacon, mushrooms, cooked in butter. Now, it's the 1st of August and I'll drew some money out of the bank today. So I'll get that box of tea bags wrapped up, Sam. You don't like mushrooms? Oh, they're good for you, mate. Yeah, mushrooms are. But they are an acquired taste, I know. If you don't like them, you get one in your mouth, you're liable to go, yeah. But I like them, actually. Yeah, I shall enjoy them. What's happening this weekend? Not a lot. I don't know what Jeanette's doing about Sunday. She usually cooks a dinner and we buy the meat and the veg, but she's not mentioned it. So I'm not sure. Well, where is everybody? I've got Shane, Torquay, on the south coast of the UK. He was on last night. Paul, oh dear, the social evening last night. Paul was sick out in the yard, right mess. I said to him, you should have gone in the toilet and done it in the toilet, then flushed it away But Mark had to go out afterwards with a bucket of water and slosh it all down. But of course, Paul, he don't eat properly, but he drinks endless cans of alcohol, beer, and he's getting painfully thin. We've all noticed. But as I said to them all, you can't help someone who will not help themselves. No. Yeah, no. Alcohol kills the liver. I very rarely touch it because I don't like alcohol anyway. I'd rather have a cup of tea anytime, especially Twining's tea, which you will be getting eventually. Twining's English breakfast tea bags. And let me know what you think to them. Whether you think they're better than Yorkshire tea. I stopped having Yorkshire tea because the fucking bags were bursting. And I was getting tea leaves in my mouth. Ugh. Makes me vomit. Never mind about fucking Brexit. Let's say about the dam that's liable to burst. You like your beer, though? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not good for your liver if you drink to excess. But if you drink in moderation, it's quite harmless. I'll tell you what, I'll go in the kitchen, Sam. I could get a drink now. Apricot brandy. I've got a little glass, a little 14 glass. Put my fag out. Don't smoke it down to the lip. Let me get my apricot brandy out and get the little glass. Oh, oh, ah. Hello, Joey. Baileys. Where's my apricot brandy? Oh. Oh yeah, there it is. And it's a liqueur. Right. Daddy, I've got a little glass of apricot brandy. It's a liqueur. Oh, it's lovely. It is nice. Have you ever tasted it? It's a bit sweet. Brandy on its own, I'm not very fond of. You can get cherry brandy, but this is apricot brandy, and it's very nice, and I've got a little glass of it. So, cheers. You've never tasted it, try it. It is rather sweet. Apricot brandy. I'm sure you can buy it over there, though it probably wouldn't be cheap. Oh, Shane's here. It is Shane, isn't it? Yeah. Hello, mate. I've been on here nearly an hour with young Sam from Pennsylvania and Andrew, but Andrew's gone because he's got to be up in the morning for work. He was here, but he's gone. But I've still got Sam, and he lives in Patton, in Pennsylvania. And I don't think you know Sam, do you? He should answer you in a minute. Unless he's dashed to the toilet. He said he weren't going out anywhere. I've been watching, I've got Sky News on about the dam. Sam, oh yeah, they are. The reservoir dam that could burst, they've had to evacuate Whaley Bridge. I suppose you've heard about it, Shane, haven't you? With the terrific amount of rain that they've had there, part of the dam's collapsed. And if it does, it will flood the town. It'll be an absolute disaster, and they've evacuated everybody. I'm drinking apricot brandy, Shane. I suppose you don't like it either. The weather here, it's been quite a nice day. Oh, lovely. It's been quite a nice day here in the Midlands, at Nottingham. And I told him last night at the social evening, oh yeah, what's her name? I was with Karen last night. She gave me some answers, some questions, for the quiz that I'm compiling. It's been warmer today, has it, in Torquay? Yeah, I've been there quite a few times, you know. I used to go down there in the truck. And is it Paynton, next to Torquay? I had friends there at one time. And of course you're slap bang on the coast, aren't you? Are you at sea level? If you are, that could be dodgy. Because with rising sea levels, because of climate change, people that live on the coast at sea level really need to move to high ground. So where you live, Shane, is it at sea level? Not too far away. Yeah, well, the storms are getting bad, and we'll wait till we get the winter storms. At the moment now, we are just into August, aren't we? Going a bit heavy on the apricot brandy. And I'll light another cigarette up. Why not? Wonder what's happened to Rob, the organist. Well, the live stream just ordered a large Stromboli. Have you, Sam? What's a Stromboli? Hey, what is it? Is it a fish? I don't know. Or is it a drink? Or is it a pie? I don't know. What is a Stromboli? Something like a calzone. What the fuck's that? What the hell is a calzone? Let me ask my phone. What is a Stromboli?
Here's what I found.
It's a small island off the north coast of Sicily. So what the fuck is it, Sam? Just tell me what it is. Is it a drink? Or is it food that you eat? No good sending a picture on here. You have to send it later by messenger. Dough filled with cheese, pepperoni and ham. Is it sandwich-based, Sam? Yes, it is, isn't it? Is it? Of course, by the way, Shane, Sam is of Italian descent. Surname is a very Italian name. Macaluso. Samuel Macaluso. Very Italian name. And he's never been to the UK. No. That's for coming here and meeting me. Why, you better get your skates on. Sounds tasty. Cheese, pepperoni and ham. Yeah, I suppose it's tasty, is it? I'm watching the telly. I can put the sound on, Shane, if they give any updates on the flooding situation. You dip it in pizza sauce. You go to visit sometimes, yeah, well, you better get your skates on, mate. I might not be here. I might be in the coffin. Because I'm knocking on a bit, you know. Yeah, 10 o'clock news is coming up. There'll be an update on the flooding situation at Whaley Bridge. But according to the weather forecast, the rain is moving away over the North Sea. So hopefully they'll get the level of that reservoir down and see about repairing the sea wall. No, the dam wall. The dam that was damaged by the very heavy rain. The reservoir overflowed yesterday and it took part of the dam with it. If that dam bursts, oh dear. Could be an absolute disaster. I'll put BBC on. I've got it on Sky at the moment. BBC News. Yeah, I'll put the sound on. Actually, drinking this apricot brandy, it will probably make me sleep well tonight. It's only a small glass. Do you like apricot brandy, Shane? No? No. Well, you said no. You're a beer man then, are you? You like beer? Yeah, Sam, US President Donald Trump said on Thursday would impose a tariff on Chinese imports starting on September the 1st. Well, the Chinese won't like that. No, you don't drink, Shane. Oh. Soda drinks? Really? How peculiar. Yeah, it's only 5 to 10. Weather forecast.
Weather across more of the country as the showers begin to fade away at long last. Probably only briefly, mind you. Looking at rainfall in the last week here in the Staffordshire Moors, there's been significantly above average rainfall, which is why, again, there's been some localised flooding. Now, on Friday, we've got this tentative ridge of high pressure. Low pressure is taking a lot of the showers away. But we're not completely dry on Friday. Whilst it may well start dry, it'll be quite sunny in a lot of places. We'll see the cloud building again. As you can see, there'll be some showers. But these are very hit and miss. A lot of places will be dry. Those temperatures still sitting in the range of around 21 to 25 degrees to end the week. Now, any showers that do form will still be hanging around as the sun begins to go down, but most places will end the day on a dry note. Now let's head into the weekend, and we're looking at another area of low pressure. This is going to be with us for quite some time. It's only very slowly moving in from the Atlantic. To begin with, it's pushing ahead those weather fronts. That one there will arrive towards the southwest of Northern Ireland very late in the day. Ahead of it, some spells of sunshine, a bit more cloud through the day, could trigger one or two light showers, mainly out towards the west, but a lot of eastern areas likely to be dry. Those temperatures not really changing very much, 22 to 25 degrees.
That's a good
During
temperature.
the second half of the weekend, we've got some wetter weather heading our way as that low pressure just gets a little bit closer, and this weather front could be a little more active for a while and bring some wetter weather across northern and western parts of the UK. Some of the heaviest rain possibly extending its way up towards Scotland and the far north of England. That rain could be heavy and thundering, but little or no rain towards the southeast of England, and the air's getting quite warm and humid. Temperatures may get briefly to 27 or 28 degrees. But remember, we've got that big area of low pressure on the scene. That's certainly looming large for the start of the new week, and those weather fronts on the scene just to complicate things as well. So quite a few showers or some longer spells of rain around on Monday. There'll be some sunshine too. Very difficult to get the detail right, but probably the wettest weather likely to be across Scotland and Northern Ireland. Those temperatures won't be quite so high towards the southeast of England and East Anglia, no better than 23 or 24 degrees. And as we head into Tuesday, we've pretty much got the low pressure over the top of us, those weather fronts too. So this may be the wettest day in the outlook. And those showers or longer spells of rain will be quite widespread. There may be even the odd rumble of thunder. Very few places will get away with a dry day, I think, on Tuesday. And those temperatures, well, we're going to be sitting at around 20 to 22 degrees, so no great shakes for this time of the year. Let's look further ahead, though. We need again to look at the position of the jet stream. Normally, at this time of the year, it would be all the way up here, but it looks like it's going to be to the south of the UK. So we're in the cooler side of that jet stream, no heat wave on the way. Now, we're still picking up areas of low pressure, spinning them in from the Atlantic, but there's a bit more amplification to the jet stream. So these areas of low pressure may be a bit slow, a bit of uncertainty as to the next one and the timing of the next one coming in. It may be that next Friday is dry, but into the weekend there's some more rain to come, particularly across the and west of the UK. But essentially, it's still remaining unsettled.
Yeah, would you believe, Shane, if you're still there, that in America they still work on the Fahrenheit system? We are centigrade, of course. But for some reason, America is way behind us. They're still, their weather temperatures are Fahrenheit, whereas we are centigrade. Anyway, if you're both still there, I suppose you are. Yeah, Fahrenheit, Sam, right. The news is coming on any second at 10, so I'll put the sound on and we'll see what the latest situation is regarding the dam burst up at a place called Whaley Bridge, which is south of Manchester, an area I've driven through many, many times in the past. It's coming on any minute now, mate. Right, here we go.
Thousands of people are being evacuated from a town in Derbyshire after floods caused part of a dam to collapse. The damage to Toddbrook Reservoir has put lives in peril. If it bursts, it could swamp the town of Whaley Bridge.
The police stopped me and said, "You cannot go into the village." I said, "Well, I'm a resident, I need to get home." And he said, "No." I said, "Well, my partner's at home with the dog." And he said, "Ring him and just tell him to get home."
Some of those evacuated are spending the night at a school, taking their pets and their medication with them. We'll bring you all the latest from our correspondents at the scene. Also tonight, the Governor of the Bank of England warns a no-deal Brexit could hit the economy and cause the pound to drop further. Victims of domestic abuse. We have a special report following 2 women as they struggle for justice. Chaos at a military parade in Yemen after an attack by rebels kills more than 30 people. And Steve Smith saves the day for Australia, making 144 on the opening day of the Ashes at Edgbaston.
And coming up on Sports Day on BBC News, England's Charlie Hull leads the home charge at the Women's British Open, but there's a surprise leader at Woburn.
Good evening. More than 6,000 people have been told to leave their homes in the town of Whaley-Bridge in Derbyshire after heavy rain caused part of a nearby dam to collapse. Residents are gathered at a local school amid fears that the dam could burst, causing water from the Toddbrook Reservoir to engulf the town. The Environment Agency has warned that there is a danger to life. Flood warnings remain in place tonight across several parts of northern England, following another day of heavy rain in some areas. Well, our correspondent Judith Moritz is in Chapel End Frith, where some of those evacuated have been taken for safety. Judith.
Yes, and concerns about the dam were first raised at 11 o'clock this morning. By 2 o'clock.
All the best, Shane. Bye.
Urgent, told to get out of their houses. They were brought here, offered cups of tea and accommodation, but tonight there's anxiety. They're crossing their fingers, hoping that the rain holds off and that the dam, which protects their entire town, holds tight.
In an emergency, a comforting hand, reassurance for those in disbelief at being displaced. A whole community affected, with little time to think, just an urgency to get to safety as quickly as possible. This is the danger they're running from. The dam, which has protected their town for nearly 200 years, tonight dangerously close to collapsing.
Oh dear.
Whaley-Bridge now looks like a ghost town. People asked to leave their homes and businesses and get out of the area.
I finished my shift at 2 o'clock, drove back down to Whaley-Bridge to go home, and the police stopped me and said, "You cannot go into the village." I said, "But I'm a resident, I need to get home." And he said, "No." I said, "Well, my partner's at home with the dog," and he said, "Ring him and just tell him to get out."
Probably a precaution, isn't it, really? It's, you can't risk it, can you, really? If something happens to the dam, and I think we're all getting wet.
Here's the reason. Intense rain yesterday caused a torrent of water to overflow the dam. Damage was caused to its concrete panels, and today fears grew that the whole structure may not hold. Sandbags have been put along the top of the reservoir to try to stop it overflowing again.
The pumps are just in the village now, and they're going up the hill to be installed to start reducing the flow. But there's also diversions up at the top to avoid further water going into the reservoir. And as you know, there's a severe weather warning this evening, so we're all working flat out to try and ensure that we can avert any crises.
The emergency services have set up a command centre in nearby Chapel on the Frith, and accommodation has been offered to thousands of people who are preparing to spend the night.
Pity I haven't got a car. I could have a run up there.
The police have taken over evacuating Whaley-Bridge and done an absolutely superb job. Got about 85% of the people out already. There's obviously 1 or 2 people that don't want to leave and refusing to leave. So, but we know where they are if there's a problem.
There's relief that everyone has been contacted and given the chance to get away.
Pouring
but anxiety
rain, look.
too, as the rain continues to fall, and the realisation that a local beauty spot suddenly poses a real mortal danger.
Well, so what do we know about the dam and why it's so weak? Well, our science correspondent Rebecca Morell joins me now. Rebecca.
Well, this is the dam. It was built in 1831 and it's a clay-filled construction that we just don't build today. The region has had a month's worth of rain in a week and it's been funneled into the reservoir from the peaks and the moors. It can hold 1 million cubic metres of water and there are safety mechanisms to get rid of the excess, like this concrete spillway which allows water to escape safely. But you can clearly see part of this has collapsed, and one possibility is that the water is pushing through from underneath, cracking the concrete slabs. The soil is exposed, you can clearly see it, and the problem is the damage is near the top of the dam, and there would be a major problem if it started to spill over. These sandbags have been placed there as an extra precaution. The key thing now, though, is to lower the water in the reservoir through channels that divert it away and plug the valves that drain it quickly. But the weather in the coming hours will be critical. If the dam does hold, it can be repaired, but this could take months.
Rebecca, thank you. Well, for the latest, Annabelle Tiffin is by the dam tonight in Whaley Bridge for us. And Annabelle, just bring us up to date with what's going on.
Yeah, well, Rita, there is a really eerie feeling here in Whaley Bridge tonight because, as you've heard, it is like a ghost town. All 6,500 residents have been evacuated after threat to life warning was issued by the Environment Agency earlier today. Now, the Toddbrook Reservoir, which we have been talking about, is about a 10-minute walk from here. Now, if that reservoir was to go, it would have a catastrophic effect on this small Derbyshire community. 1.2 million tonnes of water would come crashing down into the town. Now, the Rivers and Canals Trust, which owns the reservoir, says that breach is a real possibility. Now, emergency crews have been here all day. They're going to stay throughout the night to just try and pump away as much of the water as they possibly can. But as we've heard, there's been heavy rain all day. It's going to rain again tonight. Hereford and Worcester and Nottingham crews have also come to join in the effort. But I've been speaking to local people, police and the Environment Agency, and there is a real fear here in the town tonight that something dreadful could be happening.
Annabelle, many thanks. The Bank of England has cut its growth forecast for the next 2 years and warned that if...
Right, Sam. I suppose you're still there. Are you? No? Are you still there? Anyway, I'll close this live feed. It's been going on now for an hour and 18 minutes. So we'll leave it at that, mate. Yeah, all the fire tenders are there. Did you hear what she said from Nottingham as well? They sent them up there to pump some water out of that reservoir to take pressure off the dam, which was built in the 1800s. It's been there a long time. But of course the weather now is crazy all over the world. I've always got an itchy nose. Arrgh. So I'm going to close the live feed, Sam, the live stream, and we'll be in touch, mate. Take care, Arthur and Joey. Yeah, still hiding behind his mirror, peeping out. I'm still here, Joey. So I'm going to end the stream, Sam, and say all the best, mate. Cheers. Bye.